Welcome to forceGalaxy. Hope you are doing good. So today in this video we're going to discuss few questions which were shared by you on the comment section. Okay, so all are not covered in this video. This video is very short and I have discussed only the few questions. So now let's start with this video. And the left questions we'll discuss soon in the next coming videos. Okay, so the very first question come here is why we cannot share records to single user in sharing rules in Salesforce. Okay, so as we know, when it comes to share a record, either using the criteria based or using the owner based, then we get the option we can either share with the public groups or on the basis of roles, or on the basis of roles and subordinates we can share the record. But the single user option do not come. So if you want to share with any single user, you can either create a public group and add that specific user to this group, or you can go with the manual sharing button and share the record to the specific user. Okay, and the option of user is not available. So the reason behind this, why Salesforce did not provide this option, I also not aware about this. So but it is nothing like you cannot share with a single user. You can create the public group, or either using the manual sharing you can share the record. Okay, so the next question is, I have two users in same role. Okay, so the two users are there, both are in the same role. User A can see the records of user B, but user B cannot see the records of user A. Okay, so in this, what can be the possibility? Here on the baseline, OWD is set as private for this object. Okay, now once the OWD is set as private, now both the user cannot see each and other's records as they are in the same role. Only the managers can able to see the records. Their manager or the person who is up in the hierarchy can see the records, but in the same role the user cannot see each other's records. So now OWD is set as private for this. Now next, coming to sharing settings. So in the sharing settings, either on the criteria based or on the owner based. Yes, on the owner based, here the records of user B are shared with the user A. Okay, so this is what we can done to achieve this functionality. Okay, so here now we have set the OWD private because of, and the sharing setting and the sharing rule we have set here on based of owner we are sharing the records. So using these two options we can able to share the records of B to A, but B cannot see the records of user A. Okay, so now the next question is it possible to use trigger in user mode? Yes, it is possible. Okay, so here first thing is which mostly answer, that is using the wish sharing keyword we can directly make the class or the handler or the trigger to run in the user mode. But no, if you use the keyword with sharing, only the record level access will be implemented. It will not going to check the object level or the field level permissions. Okay, so only using the record sharing keyword you cannot say it will going to run in the user mode. Like suppose if the user is not having the access of particular object on which you have written the trigger, but it will going to fire because you have only used the with sharing keyword. Okay, so if you want to run in the this user mode, then you have to use the schema functions like is updatable, is accessible, is readable, or is deletable. So you have to check all the permissions for the particular user on which you writing the trigger. Okay, and on fields which you are performing or which fields you are using in your code. Okay, so using all these functions you will able to implement or enforce the object level and field level permissions also, and with sharing keyword you will able to implement the record level access. Okay, so using all this you can now able to run your trigger in the user mode. Okay, so now the next question come is how to stop user to restore records from recycle bin. Okay, so here the condition is we have to restore the records or we have to undelete the records from the recycle bin. Okay, what I can think, we can write a trigger and the trigger event will be after undelete. Okay, so as soon as user try to undelete a record from the recycle bin, trigger will fire. Okay, and this trigger, now we will going to use the option add error. So as soon as user try to undelete the record, the trigger will fire and it will going to show the error which we have added in this trigger. And so now in this way we can make a user not to undelete the records from the recycle bin. Okay, so you can try this approach and let me know if this works, or did you get any exception, or if it didn't work. So we'll discuss this, and or I will try to create a video on this trigger. Okay, so the next question is to explain the REST API and the SOAP API. Okay, so this is a completely different part of integration. So what I will do, I will try to I will create a separate video only discussing about the REST API and the SOAP API. Okay, so we'll share the link of this video on the same comment. Okay, so these are the few questions which are shared by you on the comment section and on the LinkedIn and all. So, and the many are left also. So we'll create another video on the question answer on the coming weekend. Okay, and till then, take care. Goodbye. Thank you.